Good evening and welcome to Global Racing Esports Network. I am your host, Mike Lester, up here in the booth tonight. We're here tonight with the Global Racing once again for Global Racing ARCA Series here at Michigan International Speedway. Not only Michigan International Speedway, but Legacy Michigan, the old style, the bumpy track, the unpaved track, the jar your jaw track. See if I can bring up some race information here. Where we go. Michigan International Speedway, 2 mile an hour track. Track temperature right now is 117 degrees. That's pretty damn hot there. So tires definitely going to be a big issue for these guys tonight. And we'll see how these guys handle it. Got a pretty good field out there tonight. Looks like we're going to have about 23 to 24 drivers out there racing around the track for you guys tonight and put on a really good show. Let's give you all a little bit of information while we watched DJ Honeycutt currently sitting sitting second on the points, or not sorry, second on the speed charts there. And go over here and gonna let's bring up some point standings to show everybody to see where everybody's bring up the racing sim hub here. And we're gonna let's go to the standings right now. Right now, obviously DJ Honeycutt with 5 wins is on top with 1,131 points. Michael Hayes with 4 wins. Now these are only 2 guys that have any wins, so hopefully we have maybe a third winner tonight. But I'm sorry, I do apologize. I am in the wrong season, so let me get to the right season. Let me go to the right season here for you and give everybody the. All right, so DJ Honeycutt still sitting there in first place with Stephen Hayes in second. This is race 5. So we got DJ Honeycutt with 2 wins. He's got a 62-point lead over Stephen Hayes. Josh Camphor with 1 win. He's sitting there in third, about 71 behind the leader. So it's still close up there. DJ Honeycutt definitely have a bad race tonight, and Stephen Hayes have a good race. Things could change up there at the top. As we see watching Chuck Cobb and Dave Halsey and Steve Gerber all come down pit lane, having a little bit of fun right there at the end. 17 seconds left. We're going to do a little pit road pile up. Okay. When it all comes down to it, when these guys get to racing here in a couple seconds and get to qualifying, it's all serious behind the wheel. Okay. We're going to move to qualifying here. Give it a couple minutes and we'll see who gets out on the track first. And Will Jones going to be the first one out on the track. Let's get on to Will Jones there. You see him coming off the pace. Will Jones making his Global Racing ARCA Series debut tonight, along with the likes of we got a couple more out there that are new to the series here. We got Will Jones, Darren Schneider. Looks like he's going to make his first race tonight. David Bradford is another guy who's making his first appearance tonight. So a lot of new guys out there, a lot of old drivers out there as well. We got Jeff Weimer coming back to the ARCA Series. Have Ricky Hudgens coming back to the ARCA Series. David Holsey's out there. Chuck Cobb. Name a couple of old guys out there. We'll watch Will Jones come to complete his first lap and see where let's see how fast he gets out there. Come across start finish line now. So far, sitting first one to put up a time. Will Jones goes up to the top of the charts. Bobby Hamilton Jr. jumps up to second. Darren Schneider, we just talking about him making his debut, jumps up to third. Now Stephen Hayes jumps up to first with his first lap. Clayton Fry, another one that's making his debut. David Holsey jumps up to number 2. Let's go back to Will Jones. Will Jones just making his... Oh, DJ Honeycutt jumps up to the first spot. Our points leader there making a statement there. He wants the pole. Dave Holsey, he's making a bid for it. He's coming in fourth. David Bradford takes the pole away from DJ Honeycutt in that 46. David Bradford making his debut. Let's see if DJ Honeycutt can get a better second lap. See if he can get that pole back as he comes to the start finish line. Nope. I guess he's already won it. Oh, I guess he didn't messed up his second lap and he's coming into pits there. Dave Bradford currently sitting on the first on that pole position. You got a couple more guys out there. You got Donnie Honeycutt coming out here. Honeycutt currently sitting in the second or the 7th spot. Mike Hayes jumps up to the 7th spot in that Lazy Lizard Cornflakes car. Cody Harger is going to get 5th. Got Justin LeBlanc out there. He going to start 9th. A good run for him on that qualifying laps. And let's see, top speed right now it was 40.61 by 2 different guys. David Bradford and DJ Honeycutt both matched with a 40.61. David Holsey with a 40.62. Stephen Hayes with a 40.68. So the top 4 guys within 1/100th of a second of each other. So pretty quick lap from those 4 guys. Cody Hager with a 40.74. Let's see Hector Garcia out there. One of the last guys, and that's going to be it. Go ahead and bring up the grid for you guys tonight. All right, David Bradford's going to be your pole setter. Debut race and grabs a hold of the pole. DJ Honeycutt, your points leader coming into the race, is going to be 2nd. Dave Holsey 3rd. Stephen Hayes, who's chasing DJ Honeycutt for that points lead, is going to be 4th. Cody Hager 5th. Will Jones making his debut 6th. Mike Hayes 7th. Donnie Honeycutt 8th. Justin LeBlanc 9th. Steve Gerber 12th. Ricky Mosier driving the number 11 car, start number 11. Jason Schilling is going to start 12th. 13th is going to go to Brad Miner. 14th is going to go to Clayton Fry. 15th is Mark Roy. 16th is Hector Garcia. 17th is going to go to Darren Snyder. 18th is Bobby Hamilton Jr. 19th is going to go to Sean Stamper. Josh Camphor is going to be shown in 20th spot. 21 is going to go to Ricky Hudgens. 22 is Jeff Weimer. 23 is Chuck Cobb. Tim Henderson is going to be shown in the 24th spot. He has not yet gridded up. And Kenny Heath is being shown in the 25th, and he has not gridded up as well. So that is your race lineup tonight. As we get a good picture of the 57 and the 20, who is normally the 8, 3rd and 4th. Up here in the front row, David Bradford and DJ Honeycutt. So we got, looks to be going to be at least 22 drivers out there. Wait, did I just see? Oh. Kenny Heath did grid up, so we're going to have almost, looks like a full field. So 25 drivers out there tonight. Definitely going to be some good racing all around the track with this many drivers. I want to thank everybody for joining us over in YouTube and also on Twitch. Thank you for joining Global Racing Esports Network. I am your host, Mike Lesser, and we're here with the Global Racing League in the ARCA series. 50 laps tonight. They got 2 sets of tires, and obviously they have no fast repairs. Global does not race with any fast repairs, so we're definitely going to see an interesting race. Good drafting race. You see the fans on their feet coming around turns 3 and 4. They're going to get ready to go green flag racing. David Bradford's going to take us down to the start finish line. Pace car is down. Green flag in the air. David Bradford brings them down to the start finish line, going into turn 1, side by side with DJ Honeycutt. Stephen Hayes pushing DJ, David Halsey pushing Bradford. See a little wiggle out of there from DJ. These tires are going to be real cold. They're going to have to take their time, be real easy, going to get real loose. As you see DJ Honeycutt taking the lead away from David Bradford. Not wasting any time to try to get up front. You see David Halsey trying to look on the inside of Bradford. David Bradford not getting the start that he wanted to off of that pole position. Now it's battling with Dave Halsey side by side. Now David Halsey looking on the inside of DJ Honeycutt to take the lead. Is able to do it, slides right in front of DJ. Now it's David Halsey to the top position. DJ Honeycutt in second. Dave Bradford in third. Now Dave Bradford's being charged by Stephen Hayes. Stephen Hayes running a new number tonight. Going to try it out and see how it fits. And that number 20 Whataburger car. That make me hungry. Right now, Dave Halsey and DJ Honeycutt linked up 1 and 2, gonna try to break away from this field. Who's side by side back there in third place. Right behind them, Will Jones, Mike Hayes back there too, Cody Hager. There's 51 of Cody Hager. Ooh, got some good pack racing right here from third on back. 56 of Will Jones passing the 46 of Dave Bradford. Dave Bradford just got his hands full of that with that 46. It looks like he's just not being able to hold on to it. Back up front, Dave Halsey continuing to lead 0.3 of a second in front of DJ Honeycutt. Nobody's gone anywhere. Still some good racing. Back here further in the pack, we got Clayton Fry in that number 8 battling with Jason Schilling over there in the 95. Little lead for your head on the front hood of that number 8 Chevrolet there. See Steve Gerber there passing Clayton Fry now, trying to for 9th place. Steve Gerber coming back to the ARCA series this week. Good to see Steve Gerber back. I just saw something happen with Jason Schilling, but maybe it was just maybe my eyes playing tricks on me there. Donnie Honeycutt up 3 positions to number 5 now, sitting there in 5th place. Right there behind Stephen Hayes. See Jeff Weimer in the 73 car. Back up front, Dave Halsey continuing to lead. DJ Honeycutt, Will Jones, now your 3rd place guy. David Bradford continuing to drop back down, falling 6 positions now. Back here to 7th. Battling back here with Mike Hayes. See Stephen Hayes now getting passed by Donnie Honeycutt. Good to see Donnie Honeycutt having a very strong run so far. Right now, the battle heating up for that top position. DJ Honeycutt still stalking, but now Will Jones is coming into the picture. Will Jones looking at the inside of DJ Honeycutt, going to try to take that position away from DJ Honey. Oh, caution's out. What happened there?
Make sure you got your release mark correct coming into pit road. Yes, I do, sir.
Let's see what happened here. think something might have happened with Jeff Weimer. Yeah, it looks like some damage done to the 73 car. Let's go back and see what happened. Let's see, go back and see what happened to Mr. Weimer. And it's not letting me lock onto him. So I'm not really sure what happened to Mr. Weimer to bring up this yellow flag, but there's a lot of damage. There was a lot of damage done to that 73 car of Jeffrey Weimer. So the biggest issue we have in iRacing there is that we are subject to lag a lot, and so if somebody is lagging out there on the track, sometimes I can't find the accident when it doesn't tell me anything on my SDK. Let's see if we can find somebody that was around it. So we got a lot of people coming into the pits now. Looks like everybody's going to come into the pits. Some people are staying out. You got about 5 cars that are going to stay out. 6 cars now get that position. So let's go back to let's try to find somebody here who might have seen something on that yellow flag there. There it is. Let's see. Okay, it's just. Alright, so we're just. There we go. You see, somebody was up in the. Alright. Alright, we're just going to go back to live TV, and hopefully next accident we get, we can bring it to y'all. Do apologize, I couldn't catch the accident, but I couldn't find it. So, after some yellow flag pit stops, Dave Halsey, who stayed out, and DJ Honeycutt, they're going to be 1, 2. Donnie Honeycutt stayed out. He's going to be 3. Jason Schilling making up some spots, staying out. He's going to be 4. Ricky Mosier 5th. Brad Miner 7th. Mark Roy 7th. Will Jones, first car that went down pit road, was sitting in 3rd before this accident. Is now back to 8th place with Stephen Hayes and Dave Bradford right behind him. And I do believe the guys that stayed out on those tires, I think they're going to regret that decision. But they will have an extra set towards the end of the race that these other guys will not get. But we see a lot of races being won on pit strategy alone. So David Halsey and them staying out might be the great choice. But now the pit road is, or pace car is down. Green flag in the air. Dave Halsey takes us down to the start-finish line, going into turns 1 and 2, side by side with DJ Honeycutt. Oh, we think what we why is it not telling me anybody? Oh, there we go. Steve Gerber. Oh man, Steve Gerber, Stephen Hayes, Chuck Cobb, Hector Garcia, all involved. Let's see what happened to Steve. Let's go back and see what happened to Steve Gerber. You see Kenny Heath right there on the inside of him. Let's see what happened here. Mike Hayes gets in the. Looks like Mike Hayes gets in the back of. Oh, a bunch of cars are involved. Justin LeBlanc is involved. Let's see what happened to Stephen Hayes. Okay, looks like Kenny got a little bit of it involved into it as well. Oh, a bunch of good cars. Just, I think most of them can get out. I don't know how much damage is done to all these guys, but wow, that was a. Let's ride with Chuck Cobb, and let's go into the cockpit of Chuck Cobb. Let's see what he sees. Let's see Bobby Hamilton on the low side of him. He's and there ain't nowhere he can go. He might. I think he might be all right. I think he just got spun a little bit. You see Ricky Hudgens there. So let's go back and we'll go back and watch what happened to Hector Garcia there. All right, I guess we won't go see what. Second caution of the night. Yeah, cautions breed cautions. And it looks like Mike Hayes was a little faster than Stephen Hayes in front of him, and gets to the back side of him. And Chuck Cobb looks like he's no worse for the wear. Get back out there and try it again. Let's go. Let's see. Bobby Hamilton, same thing. Doesn't look like a lot of damage done on the 25, so he should be fine. Justin LeBlanc was also involved, and I think most of these guys just got quarter panel hit and spun. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on them and see how they're like that. Mike Hayes. It looks like he's all right. I think he should be fine. Let's see. Check. Go back and check Kenny Heath. Kenny Heath, another one looks to be okay. Be good to go. Luckily for these guys, they were not going full speed. That's probably what saved them. You see Mark Royce coming in for a pit stop. Stephen Hayes coming back down to try to probably get a little bit more damage fixed. And let's see. Will Jones is going to be the outside pole now. Look like maybe where did our points leader DJ Honeycutt down 5 spots back in 7th, so he must have made a pit stop on that last caution. All right, so Back up front to Dave Halsey. Pace car's down. Dave Halsey once again going to take us to the green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is in the air. Dave Halsey getting a good jump. Gets a good jump off Will Jones. Will Jones sleeping a little bit going into turns 1. Oh, Will Jones now coming on the outside of Dave Halsey. Taking the lead away from Dave Halsey with that 46 of David Bradford following in right behind him. Now these two guys will be driving the Xfinity Series for a new team that Bobby Hamilton's putting together. So those are two teammates right there, the 56 and the 52. Dave Halsey falling back to third position. Sean Stamper, 15 spots, sitting in fourth place. Steve Gerber, looking on the inside, is Sean Stamper going to take that fourth spot away, or try to take that fourth spot away. Door to door, they're going to go into turns 3. Dave Halsey down there. Dave Halsey on the older tires. You see DJ Honeycutt trying to get in there and mix it up as well. This is off a third on back. Steve Gerber trying to get around David Halsey. David Halsey on those older tires. We'll bring up the pit strategy there. As you see, Halsey on 19 old tires, and both of the Honeycutts are on 5, so they got the fresher tires out there. Approaching halfway in the race, Will Jones, David Bradford first and second, Steve Gerber right there in third with DJ Honeycutt and Donnie Honeycutt in tow, and try to catch these two leaders. Let's see, at the line last time by, David Bradford was the quickest with a 41.02. Even faster this time. Oh, sorry, not faster this time. Steve Gerber, the fastest last lap. Oh, Steve Gerber goes up and hits the wall. Slides down right in front of DJ Honeycutt. Gains control back over it. It looks like Steve Gerber can go down on the apron. Steve Gerber still up there competing. He might have touched the wall, but he's still going fast. Up front, Will Jones, David Bradford, content to stay nose to tail and try to move away from the rest of this field. Got a 1.5 second lead over DJ Honeycutt. Steve Gerber battling back there for the third position, with Donnie Honeycutt now battling with Steve Gerber for the fourth position. And that is taken over by Donnie Honeycutt. Steve Gerber falling back to the fifth position now. Darian Schneider in that number 13 car having a strong showing tonight, up 11 spots to 6th place. Bobby Hamilton Jr. also up 11 spots, up to 7th place now. See Justin LeBlanc and Mike Hayes right there battling for 9th and 10th with a whole gaggle of cars right there. You got Ricky Hudgens and the Camel Joe, number 28, sitting there in 11th spots. He's up from 10 positions. David Halsey falling like a rock back to 12th. Now being challenged by Sean Stamper and Ricky Mosier. Ricky, that looks like they're going to want to take it 3 wide. Ricky thinks better of it and breaks. You see the Cody Harger, who had his debut last week. He's back up here in this gaggle of cars. Chuck Cobb right there too. And the 31. He's battling with Mr. Harger, Stephen Hayes, and Kenny Heath. Kenny Heath making his name known. He's back up here in the 18th position. Brad Miner and Tim Henderson back here. Oh, something just happened with Will Jones. Okay, never mind. Nothing happened with him. My SDK was playing tricks on me. Looked like he had dropped like a bag of rocks, but it's just my SDK doing stupid things. Father and son of DJ Honeycutt and Donnie Honeycutt, nose to tail, trying to catch these leaders. David Bradford now taking over the lead from Will Jones. Trying to update my SDK, so there we go. So David Bradford back up front, won the pole. Didn't have the best of starts that he would want to. 2 cautions later, he's back up front. Last time by, Donnie Honeycutt and DJ Honeycutt, 2 of the fastest cars on the track. So these guys are moving, trying to catch up to the leader there. Ricky Hudgens back here battling with Mike Hayes in the 13th car of Darian Snyder. You see back here, let's see, up ahead of them is Justin LeBlanc, Jason Schilling. We got Bobby Hamilton. Oh, Steve Gerber hits the wall again, right there. Steve Gerber just having some bad luck with that turn 2 wall. It's the second time he's got into it that I have seen. See Mike Hayes making his way around. Back up front, Donnie Honeycutt continuing to try to chase down David Bradford and Will Jones. I'll show you. You see from the blimp view of the distance between first place David Bradford and third place DJ Honeycutt. And Donnie Honeycutt falling off from his son just a little bit. So DJ not getting that draft that he wants to and needs to get back up to these guys. $19 laps to go. I do believe these guys probably might have to pit one more time. I'm not too sure of the fuel runs that these guys were getting. I know they were running 80% fuel. David Bradford now pulling away from Will Jones. Gap between them two is about a 1.2 seconds. And Will Jones has fell into the clutches of DJ Honeycutt. Back here, new driver to the series, Clayton Fry, back here in 9th position, battling with Dave Halsey. Dave Halsey's back to 18th position. Donnie. DJ. Somebody's got David Halsey pitting. Well, no, it's not pitting. Will Jones jumps to the pit. What happened with Will Jones? Let's see what. Wow, that's kind of weird. He was just didn't see anything happening. No yellow came out. So Will Jones having some trouble in his ARCA debut. Right here, we got Honeycutt connection right there. David Halsey coming to pit road, as well as Bobby Hamilton Jr. Looks like Bobby Hamilton Jr. is already out pit road. Oh, David Halsey overshoots his pit stall, has to back up. That's going to take time right there. Ricky Hudgens, he's coming down pit road now. The gap between David Bradford and DJ Honeycutt now increased up to 2.3 seconds. Jason Schilling being showed in 4th place. 3.5 seconds behind Donnie Honeycutt. Now Donnie looking on the inside of DJ, trying to take over that 2nd position. Here comes Bobby Hamilton Jr. with those fresh tires, trying to find a hole to get into. Donnie Honeycutt makes the pass on DJ Honeycutt. And 25 with those fresh tires comes and makes the pass on both of them. Now Donnie Honeycutt, he was pretty fast in practice. Had the 3rd fastest time or the 4th fastest time, I think, during practice. And let's see how he does now, being in 2nd place and trying to chase down the leader. I think these guys still might have to pit before it's all said and done. You see Will Jones. He's back here in 16th place. Already made his pit stop. Justin LeBlanc's coming down pit road. So is Mike Hayes. See Chuck Cobb coming down for his pit stall. You get the right side tires. A lot of time on that right side. DJ and Donnie back battling for second. And these guys might think they know something. Think they might be able to go the rest of the way on fuel. This might be the battle for the lead. See him coming off of turns 4. Donnie on the inside gets the advantage over DJ on the outside. All along, David Bradford just pulling away 4.5, almost 5 seconds now. As you see, Ricky Hudgens on those fresh tires trying to get one of his laps back. Nine laps to go here at Michigan International Speedway for the Great Lakes 100. Big question tonight is, can David Bradford go the rest of the way on fuel? And can DJ and Donnie go the rest of the way on fuel? As you see the cars with the fresher tires blowing by them like they're standing still. As you see the 96 car of Tim Henderson looking on the inside trying to get around these guys safely. Good showing tonight from Donnie Honeycutt, top 3 position as we run. Jason Schilling, he's back here in 4th. Another guy that has not did a green flag pit stop. Don't know if he can go the rest of the way or not, but I guarantee he's trying now. Steve Gerber with all his wall crashing, wall rubbing there. He's sitting there in 5th place. Ricky Mosier sitting there in 6th. Darian Snyder 7th. Stephen Hayes 8th. Brad Miner, who's just running around trying to find a way to drive up here into the booth, sitting there in 9th. Cody Hayter is going to round out our top 10. Kenny Heath up 14 positions to 11th place. You see Chuck Cobb going around him. Chuck Cobb a lap down. DJ and Donnie keep on battling back there for that second spot. Donnie Honeycutt takes the lead away, or takes the position away from DJ. 5 laps to go. Can these guys go the rest of the way on fuel? It's going to be the big question right now. Again, with 5 laps to go, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Man, keep on supporting us. Keep on watching us Thursdays and Mondays here on Global Racing Esports Network, and on Sunday mornings on PMN Network at 12 o'clock. I shouldn't say morning, more like afternoon at 12:30 on Sundays. Watch the Truck Series. Always thank y'all for tuning in and watching. Right here, this is so far. This is the battle right here, the battle between dad and son. Donnie Honeycutt right now getting the best of the junior. The junior not going anywhere. Going to be side by side going into turns 3. He's going to get the advantage coming out of turn 4. Going to the start finish line. 4 laps to go. 3 laps to go. Now David Bradford still out front. Almost 7 seconds now. And again, Donnie Honeycutt, DJ Honeycutt still battling for that second position. Who's going to have it at the end? David Bradford. 2 laps to go. Does he have enough fuel? Has he done enough? Coming in on that last caution probably was the beneficiary, so that's definitely going to be the move of the race. Donnie Honeycutt still battling with son DJ Honeycutt for that second position. And I know them boys right there, they having the time of their lives racing with each other like that, and they're definitely enjoying this. 1 lap to go. Let's take it up here to David Bradford. Coming down the backstretch, it's gonna be David Bradford gonna be the winner tonight. Coming around turn 3 and 4. DJ finally gets back around his dad, but his dad coming back once again. Checkered flag is out. David Bradford's gonna cross start finish line. And here comes Donnie and DJ. Who's gonna get second? Donnie using that apron. It's going to be Donnie by a nose. Edging out DJ. Jason Schilling's going to come home 4th. Steve Gerber with all of his wall magnets going to be 5th. Stephen Hayes 6th. But this ain't the first time that somebody has debuted here in the ARC Series and has brought home the win. David Bradford's going to be our big winner tonight. As you see him getting a little congratulations tap from the 96 of Tim Henderson. What a battle between father and son to take that second place. Donnie just edging out DJ. We'll get to watch some burnouts now from the 46. And that's where we'll stop it right there and pause it right there. We'll bring up the race results for everybody here. David Bradford is going to get the win tonight. Donnie Honeycutt edges out DJ for second place. DJ obviously getting third place. Fourth place is going to go to Jason Schilling. Fifth place is Steve Gerber. Sixth place is Stephen Hayes. Seven is Ricky Mosier. Eighth is Brad Miner. Ninth is Darian Snyder. Cody Harger is going to be 10th. Will Jones started off on pole, finishes 11th. Kenny Heath finishes 12th. Bobby Hamilton Jr. is going to be 13th. Clayton Fry 14th. Hector Garcia 15th. 16th is going to go to Justin LeBlanc. 17 is Tim Henderson. 18 is going to go to Chuck Cobb. 19th, Ricky Hudgens. 20th is Mark Royce. 21st is Dave Halsey. 22nd is Mike Hayes. Mike Hayes having a really bad race there. 23rd is Sean Stamper. Jeffrey Weimer is 24th. And Josh Camphor is going to top us out in the 25th position. So congratulations to everybody tonight. Put on a really good show. But we can't interview everybody, so we're going to interview these top 3 guys. And let me get over here and empty all this stuff out here. And let's bring up our third place finisher tonight. Let's see if I can find them. Let's see if I can find. We got David Bradford sitting there, and we got Donnie Haight. And there we go, DJ right there. Waiting for me. All right, we're going to bring up DJ Honeycutt. Had a really good fast race car tonight. Was able to come home third, but better yet, sits there and gets to battle with Dad for a good portion of the end of this race, man. DJ Honeycutt, Mike Lushner booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, that's got to be a dream right there, to sit there and battle Dad. It would have probably been better if it was for the lead and for the win. But, man, you and your dad had such a great battle the last part of the race. Y'all were playing leapfrog all the way around this track, man. Walk us through that, and how are you feeling about your third place finish?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Actually being able to race with my dad, and actually, we were on the same strategy there, so we had the same tires and everything. So we're really just on par with each other there, and yeah, I would save a little, and he would save a little bit more, and we would, like you said, we were leapfrogging each other for a while there, just having us a good battle. And yeah, a couple of those lap cars came in and I was jumping us up a little bit, but we got back together and still battled it out there to the end. But man, I thought I had him going to the line, but he did just get me by the littlest a bit. But yeah, that was a whole lot of fun to actually be able to race with him side by side like that and continuously throughout the second half of this race.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a lot of fun there, and I kind of wish that my son would want to do iRacing so I could have a moment like that. But man, a great race. Y'all had 2 cautions. You had a different pit strategy than everybody else did, and you were managed to run back and get back into third position. Man, tell us how the racing was out there last night or tonight.
It was really good. Yeah, this track has got a whole lot of room, so you can have a whole lot of cars in a small area. But I mean, you're pretty much singled out, and it came down to managing your tires. But yeah, that first pit stop, I wasn't really ready to pit. I thought we should still run a little bit more, but guys behind me had a different idea about it, so that happened. Then we had that quick caution. I was like, then made up my mind for me, so I went and took tires. And that really set me up for the rest of the race. And I saved a little bit under calls just to be sure, because it was close. I think I had like maybe 5 laps or so of fuel left at the finish. So I just wanted to make sure I had a little bit of insurance there, just because we did have another caution. But yeah, it was a whole lot of fun. We had pretty good racing. I mean, we had a couple guys who stayed out and kind of slowed everybody up a little bit, and put me a little bit behind the leaders there. But I still made my way through them. Me and my dad just follow the leader there, and other than that, yeah, it was a good, clean race. We had a lot of fun. This track is just so much fun because you really just have to manage those tires, and you have comers and goers throughout the whole race.
Yeah. Well, talking about this race is over. Third place finish from you. Next week, we're going to Nashville Fairground Speedway, which is I think a half-mile track. I know you like short tracks. How are you liking that?
Yeah, it's a short track, so I'm already biased. But yeah, Nashville Fairground, it's a fantastic track. It's a whole lot of fun. It's a fast little track with a pretty good amount of banking. So yeah, it should be a whole lot of fun, and just Go there like I always do at practice, and hopefully I'll talk to you again.
There you go. All right, man. Well, before we let you go, who you want to give a shout out tonight to?
And shout out to my dad for an awesome finish. Shout out to everybody in the league, and shout out to Hypershift, Stephen Hayes, and Ricky Mosher as well, and Bobby Hamilton Jr. And shout out to my brother Tyler, his girlfriend Ashley, all my other family at home, and my uncle Dwayne, who should be getting his racing stuff set up pretty soon here, might be joining us.
Oh boy, Trips Honeycuts. I don't know if we're all ready for that. All right, man. Well, congratulations on the third place finish, man. I'm gonna send you back down to general, and you can get all your kudos in, and have a great night.
You too, Mike.
All right, that was DJ Honeycutt. Now, not only do we get to talk to one Honeycutt, but it's not every day I get to talk to two Honeycutts in one night, man. Donnie Honeycutt, Mike Leshner Booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, Mike, I got you.
Oh man, what a great race that you and DJ did there at the end. I mean, y'all were the race. It wasn't for the lead. It would have been great if it was for the lead, but yeah, you edged out Junior there. Man, tell us, how did that feel when you came across start finish line and you realized that you just beat your son?
Actually, it felt pretty good. I wasn't sure if I beat him for a second there because it showed DJ second, then it went back to second for me. So it was I thought he had me, and I was getting mad, and all of a sudden I got happy again. So yeah, it was a good battle. But David couldn't. We didn't have nothing for David though.
Yeah, David was definitely the class of the field. He started the pole. He had a fast car, so you knew he was going to be a handle, man. But we're talking about you, man. All night long, you stayed right there in the mix of it. You were always in the top 10. Walk us through a couple of these laps during how was the racing in your windshields?
It was pretty good. Going into these turns, he got to be real easy getting in the turns, because if you don't, you're gonna burn that tire up really quick. And right there at the end, the last 7-8 laps, my right front was shot, and every time I would get past DJ, I would mess up and go in a little too hard there, and then I would fall back behind DJ again. But I ran behind DJ for a little while until I saw we weren't gonna catch David. So I said, well, I was battle DJ for second unless we get a caution. So yeah, it was a pretty good battle there. But I was almost gonna wreck DJ. I wasn't gonna let him beat me this time.
There you go. That would have been an awkward Thanksgiving dinner.
That'll be all right. He'll get over it.
There you go. All right, man. Well, friggin' Michigan is done with. Next week, we're going to go to Nashville Fairgrounds. It's a half-mile track, a little fast track. It's similar to Bristol. How are you liking your chances over there?
Really, I don't know. I haven't been on this track yet. But I love short tracks. I just don't get to race on them as much as DJ. I know DJ, he's pretty much the class of the field when it comes to short tracks. But I'm slowly learning. I'm getting better at them. But we'll see. I don't know. If it ran anything like today, then I might have a chance. But we'll see.
All right, man. All right. Well, before we send you back down to celebrate with DJ and all the other guys over there in Hypershift Motorsports, who you want to give a shout out tonight to?
Yeah, as always, all the guys with Hypershift Motorsports, Stephen Hayes and Rich Moser, DJ, of course, but you, of course, Mike, and you and Global, and you always broadcasting these races for us, and we really appreciate it. So we know you do have a lot of work for you, so we appreciate everything you do for us, for Global. Thanks to all the drivers out here too. It's fun racing everybody.
All right. Well, thank you for putting on a good show, and we'll look forward to talking to you again, maybe at the fairgrounds.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
All right. That's Donnie Honeycutt, your runner-up position tonight. Now, the guy who made everything happen on his Global ARCA Series debut, David Bradford, Mike Leshner Booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a great debut. You're not the first person to get a win on their debut, but it's always rare. It's always good when you get a new guy come in the race and he just puts on a dominating performance like you did. You won the pole, but in the start of the race, you kind of fell back, like your car just wasn't the same there in Dirty Air, man. Can you walk us through what exactly happened at the beginning of that race?
Car was really loose right there at the beginning of the race, and I got trapped down on the bottom in turn 1, and I just couldn't get any gas down right off the fire. So 1 got by me, and then of course I had no momentum off of 2, and man, it just seemed like it was never ending after that. Even when I was trying to let people go to get down in line to try and tighten the car up a little bit, it was just like they just kept coming and coming. I was like, man, Jesus Christ. And, luckily that caution flew when it did on lap 10, and we came in and got tired because I felt like it was the right thing to do, me and the guys, and that it ended up being the right thing to do. We had enough gas to go the way, and then that caution flew right after, and everyone else decided to pit, and just got the track position, was able to get up front with it.
Well, there you did do that. You were managed to get back, and I think the move of the race was you coming in on that last caution. Just gave you enough to get to the end where nobody else could get to the end, man. Was that your strategy once you realized that quick caution came? That second caution came out real quickly.
Well, I stayed out after that second caution came. After that 1 caution, stayed out on the fire, and that's what got me the track position after the fuel.
I thought you had went on the second caution.
No, we went in on the first one and just saved fuel from there, clutching it, knocking it out of gear, things like that. And it was good to refire like that, just because there's less fuel in the car at that point. It tightened it up a little bit, and then once me and Will got clear, I was able to just ride with Will for a little while till he got tight off 2 once, and he let me go going into 3, and that was kind of all she wrote, man. I just played the tire management game, trying to manage gaps, things like that, and I don't know, just was a really good night tonight.
Well, you definitely played the game right. You come home the winner in your ARCA Series debut over here in Global Racing. I asked this of all the new drivers, especially the ones who win races. Man, how was the view from your windshield trying to go through that field? How'd you like everybody's racing style?
The racing here seems to be really good. I mean, when you can take that many cars with that many laps and only have 2 cautions, and really, that second one, it was a mistake. It's going to happen to someone every once in a while, but I mean, technically we really only had 1 caution. When you can take that amount of cars, race them this close, I mean, that's a great league right there. That's, drivers taking care of each other. It's respect on and off the racetrack. It's seeming like it's a good place to be.
Well, we definitely want that kind of face to be put on our league, because I mean, this is a great league to race, like you said. These guys come in week. We hardly have any cautions. Now our short tracks, we gotta work on our short track racing, but our these bigger 1/2 miles and 2 mile tracks, we hardly have a caution, man. But hey, just like every other probably league that you got broadcasted at the end of the interview, we give you the opportunity to give a shout out. So who do you want to give a shout out tonight to?
Just everybody else that was helping out tonight. Bobby, Cody, and Will. Just Cody made the right call on the fuel there. I was kind of iffy on if the fuel was going to make it the rest of the way, and he ended up being exactly right. I had about a lap left when I took the checker, so big props to him. Bobby for inviting me over here, getting me a good league to run in, and Will for showing up and making it a team.
And there you go. Definitely give a big shout out to all the new drivers who just came in. Bobby himself, Will, David, I guess yourself, I should say. There's a couple other ones out there that debuted tonight, so I want to thank all of them for coming in. Man, we're going to Nashville Fairgrounds. I should ask you this before the shout out. How are you liking your chances over there in Nashville Fairgrounds for next week?
It's actually one of my more favorite short tracks. It's just, it's very unique. I don't feel like there's another short track like it on the service. I mean, it's got plenty of banking, but the corners are really tied off. You just got to keep your car turning all night, make big apexes. I really enjoy the place, so hopefully we can go there and run just as good as we did here.
Well, we always look forward to that, and I'm going to definitely look forward to talking to you here in the future and having a very long career over here in Global Racing League.
Yeah, man, I hope so. It seems like it's getting to be the place to be, and I appreciate you guys for letting me in.
Okay, not a problem with that. You definitely come with high credentials there and people who speak for you kind of highly. So definitely got to let
Probably
you in
too
when people
highly.
can. Yeah, probably a little too highly. We'll give you a little too much credit, but hey, you get all the credit tonight with a big win tonight. Congratulations once again. We look forward to talking to you in the future, man, and have a good night.
All right, Michael, I appreciate it, man.
All right, that was David Bradford, your winner tonight over here. We're going to send him back up to General. I don't know where everybody's at, but I'm just sending everybody to General. They can find out where to go when they get there. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, that time of the night, y'all have your own views of what happened tonight. The race was really good. Only 2 cautions for 50 laps. Your winner, debut of the 46 car and Global Racing Esports Network. I'm Mike Lester for Global Racing ARCA Series. Good night.